Well, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. This is Poets Corner, and I'm your host, Ben Wusterberg, on BTC-TV, Channel 13. I still giggle when I say that. Anyways, I'm going to be reading to you from the Canterbury Tales by Geoffrey Chaucer. I'm going to be reading the Cook's Prologue and the Cook's Tale, both because it's one of those unfinished tales that he has. There's only a couple of them. And I'm thinking that I can't do this twice a week because it's just too much. So maybe if I could do this either on a Tuesday or on the Thursday, like today, or maybe on the Friday and put out the Loxley on Wednesday, this on Friday, and then the stories after 8 on Sunday. That doesn't seem like such a bad idea, although it doesn't give me a lot of time for reading. I got to figure out when to fit everything in because, you know, things happen. Anyways, here we go. This is the Cook's Pro. Oh yeah, by the way, let me know how you feel about this by leaving a comment. Otherwise, I'll do what I want. I mean, what they tell me to do. You know how it is when you're working for a corporation. They just tell you what to do. So, here we are. The cook from London, while the reeve yet spoke, patted his back with pleasure at the joke. "Ha ha!" laughed he, "by Christ's great suffering, this miller had a mighty sharp ending upon his arguments of harbourage. For well says Solomon in his language, bring thou not every man into thine house, for harbouring by night is dangerous. Well ought a man to know the man that he is brought into his own security. I pray God give me sorrow and much care, if ever, since I have been Hodge of Ware, heard I of miller better brought to mark. A wicked jest was played him in the dark. But God forbid that we should leave off here, and therefore, if you'll lend me now an ear, from what I know, who am but a poor man, I will relate, as well as ever I can, a little trick was played in our city." Our host replied, "I grant it readily. Now tell on, Roger. See that it be good, for many a pasty have you robbed of blood, and many a Jack of Dover have you sold that has been heated twice, and twice grown cold. From many a pilgrim have you had Christ's curse, for your parsley they yet fare the worse, which they have eaten with your stubble goose. For in your shop full many a fly is loose. Now tell on, gentle Roger, by your name. But yet, I pray, don't mind if I make game. A man may tell the truth when it's in play." "You say the truth," quoth Roger, "by my fay. But true jest, bad jest, is the Fleming saith, as the Fleming saith. And therefore, Harry Bailey, on your faith, be you not angry ere we finish here, if my tale should concern an innkeeper. Nevertheless, I'll tell not that one yet, but ere we part, your jokes will I upset." And thereon did he laugh in great good cheer, and told his tale, as you shall straightway hear. Thus ends the prologue of the Cook's Tale. And now comes the Cook's Tale. There lived a prentice once in our city, and of the craft of victuallers was he. Happy he was as goldfinch in the glade, brown as a berry, short and thickly made, with black hair that he combed right prettily. He could dance well, and that so jollily, that he was nicknamed Perkin Reveller. He was full of love, as I may aver, as is a beehive full of honey sweet. Well for wench that with him chanced to meet, at every bridal would he sing and hop, loving the tavern better than the shop. When there was any festival in cheap, out of the shop and thither would he leap, and till the whole procession had been seen and danced his fill, he'd not return again. He gathered many fellows of this sort to dance and sing and make all kind of sport, and they would have appointments for to meet and play at dice and such, or such a street. For in the whole town was no apprentice who better knew the way to throw the dice than Perkin, and therefore he was right free with money when in chosen company. His master found this out in business there, for ofttimes he found the till was bare. For certainly a revelling bond boy who loves dice, wine, dancing, and girls of joy, his master in his shop shall feel the effect, though no part have he in this said respect, for theft and riot always comrades are, and each alike he played on gay guitar. Revels and truth in one low degree do battle always, as all men may see. This prentice shared his master's fair abode till he was nigh out of his apprenticehood. Though he was checked and scolded early and late, and sometimes led for drinking to Newgate, but at the last his master did take thought upon a day when in his ledger sought an old proverb wherein is found this word: better take rotten apple from the hoard than let it lie to spoil the good ones there. So with a drunken servant should it fare. It is less ill to let him go a pace than ruin all the others in the place. Therefore he freed and cast him loose to go his own road unto the future care and woe. And thus this jolly prentice had his leave. Now let him riot all night long, or thieve. But since there's never thief about without a buck to him to help him waste his money, and to suck all he can steal and borrow by the way, anon he sent his bed and his array to one he knew, a fellow of his sort, who loved the dice and revels and all sport, and had a wife that kept for countenance a shop, and whored to gain her sustenance. And that's it. He didn't finish it. I don't know why. I guess, I guess if we did some real deep research, we would find out, but do we really want to? So, anyways, there you go. That's my proposition, and I'll pass it on to the powers that be and ask them how they feel about it, because, you just have to do a right, proper job, and this isn't working for us. So, I'm going to call it a day. I'm going to call it, Thursday's a good day. Sorry, just had to put that in there. I'm going to say, ciao for now, adieu, arrivederci, and all of that stuff, and I'll see you when I see you. Sing back time. Nope, that's not it either, because this doesn't have a regular time, does it? So, I'm just going to see you when I see you. That's up to you, alrighty? And catch you later. Bye-bye.